All right, it is Wednesday evening. We poured Friday, so what's that been? 5 days now? And for the most part, it went really well. This wall has a little bit of a hiccup about right there, and a little bit where this pilaster wall pushed on it with the concrete. So the things that we've learned for next time, there won't be a next time, but the things we learned for next time is every time you have a pilaster wall pushing, you need a sizable brace bigger than just a single zuckle. 2 zuckles would probably work, or in 2 of the cases we actually put another one of these turnbuckles all the way up at the top of the wall, and that seemed to work. So anyway, you need another kicker anywhere where you have that. What else did we learn? Our little 15 degree?
Yes.
105 degree angle. Our 105 degree angle, we had it strapped, you can see right there, with 2x4s, and it just on the bottom down there where we have more pressure on it, it just pulled those out, and we had a blowout, had a whole bunch of concrete leak out. You'll probably see that in the other video. So yeah, you need more. If you're not going to use the factory corners, you're going to need to brace it really well. We did not brace it good enough. We have a problem inside on the window. It's not a major one. I'll show that to you. I think part of that was actually done by the guy that was helping us, I think, when he put in an extra brace. It needed a brace. He put it in. I think he pushed part of the wall, but it could have been the concrete that was pushing it. Either way, I should have had it braced better, and if that would have happened, then it wouldn't have been a problem anyway. Anyway, on to the not pilasters. Pilasters all did fairly well, but again, every time there's a pilaster, it pushed on the wall, pushed the wall in. So this is one where we have, see that brace right there? We put that kicker in, but we did it, after the fact. Here's our concrete that this will be, we'll take from here up and go up again. So this doesn't have to be smooth. This is just going to be poured on top of. Most of it did turn out pretty smooth, just because we had, when I ran the vibrator in, it just kind of leveled itself out, but it wasn't intentional. Main thing is we wanted to get the J-bolts covered up to, the top of the holes, which that's the slope of the hole, so that lets the air out, but the rest of it's just actually the top of the hole. We'll probably have to move these rebar in a hair, just bend them. They're fine because that other one is going to be right here, but they're going to be close, so we'll bend them over a bit and it'll be fine. Now for the brick ledge. This kind of happened everywhere. This one looks like it might have been the worst, and I gotta see if it pushed to the Fox block up or just pushed the 2x6 up. So if you can see right there, it pushed that 2x6 up, and I think part of it was just the speed at which we were putting the concrete in, especially on this. We actually flowed down this way, and then we came back really fast, and it caused it to flare that up. What we should have done is really made a point to stop like right there in the top of the wall, like right up after that the brick ledge, come back with a screed or a trowel, smooth that off, instead of just trying to use the forms to hold that in. We should have just taken our time, ran it to right there, smoothed that out, made sure that it was all smooth, let the concrete set up a little bit, then screwed on this before we went on up with the last round. I think that would have worked a lot better. I think we just got in too much of a hurry. This outside where we had the funky corner works great because we had that piece of plywood on there with kickers all the way down. Didn't have a problem with that kick blowing out at all. Anyway, also where we had these 2x6s on here, I don't know if this wall has done it, but I'll show you what happened over here. Radar! Again, pilaster wall, it pushed. We have a brace on the other side to hold that. It came back in pretty good, pretty nice. This is what I'm concerned about. I might have to cut off the, see this? So the 2x6 was screwed right here, and when this concrete pushed up on the 2x6, it just pushed up on this whole block, which caused it to separate. I think that happened over there too, which means that the top of the concrete block is going to be off of level. So what does that mean? It means we're going to have to come in here, cut it down to about right there, cut the nubs off at the top and the bottom, and then just strap really good vertically, spray foam it, you know, and glue it down instead of having the knobs. Yeah, I don't know. I think going forward again, I would probably do the walls a little bit like when we pour the garage wall. This I'm gonna take and grind off down to concrete, and then tie the wall concrete to concrete all the way back, right? And then the waterproofing will flow around that way. How am I going to get that done? Anyway, I'll have to think about that one a little bit, because I'm going to have to think about how I'm going to waterproof that. We might have to go ahead and put that part of the wall in there, waterproof it, and then come on up, and then just when we get the rest of the basement wall in, waterproof to it. But anyway, regardless, this is not good. It caused this to pull up. I don't think it did on the inside. I think it's just on the outside, which also means that the block probably tipped like that, right? So, oh well. It's not a problem that you can't correct, but I would definitely do it different if I was doing it again. Hopefully I won't be doing it again. All right, time to get busy. Let's get some forms off of here and see what happens. Oh, I need to go show you the corner of the window real fast. All right, so here's our window opening. And what we were concerned with was it was pushing right here, but it wasn't pushing the window, it was pushing the wall that way, I'm pretty sure. Because this one, nope, it did it too. It pushed. Man, we had that braced pretty well too, and it still wasn't enough. But on the other side, you'll see where this block actually opened up a little bit on the outside. So I think the thing that I would do next time is I would span all the way across this window so that this block is tied to that block and tied to the fox buck, and that would tie everything together. And I'd do that probably every block, tie across, and then I think that would have made it to where it wouldn't have pushed, even if, you know, I don't think it pushed here. I think it just pushed on these edges. And so we came back in during the pour and put some of these in, and one of those was put in so tight to try to get that back that it pushed our wall. Anyway, let me get inside. I gotta tear down some of the stuff so I can get inside. Okay, I guess I got a couple more things to take off yet. Do this one-handed. So we put this on halfway down the middle. I'd probably go ahead and I might run a board when we do the upstairs, up and down the corners, just because I can. I gotta pick up all these screws. Darn it. Okay. Oh, one more. Yeah, that's our push. And it did it pretty good. So that I am not happy with. But if it causes me problems when we get ready to finish that room, or if it causes me problems up there because it's higher, it's got to be higher, then we'll just either shave that down up there. If it's higher, we'll just shave the LVL down and put our joist hangers on and go. And if this is pooched out like this, then that'll be real easy just to shave off some of the foam. And I think I have enough before I get, you know, the plastic ties inside of there to be able to shave that off and gain a little bit. If not, I'll throw that wall out. I mean, that's the worst case if it has a noticeable bow. I mean, that's not going to be near as bad as a regular 2x4 bow, but that is about it. Our big blowout in here. Again, you'll probably see it. Yeah. There's a couple $100 in concrete, and maybe not that much, but that was fun. During the pour, everybody was like scrambling to find plywood, rip it down, get the wedges ripped, get these new kickers in place. It would have been a lot easier to do beforehand. Here is the kicker for that pilaster wall on the outside. There's the one for that wall. Again, it went all the way up to the top and hooked to the LVL, and it just pushed that thing right out. It was no problem at all. I mean, the Zuckles were trying to do it. You can see the bow in that 2x. I mean, we were putting a lot of pressure on those guys. They just weren't quite up to the task, and they're also pushing, you know, 5 feet down from the top. And we needed to push up top, and man, it just didn't take much at all for it to firm up. Anyway, hope somebody else learns a little bit from what we messed up on, but we'll see if we notice anything else when as we get going here. Talk to you there. Bye.